Let's clean that color a bit. What is up, everybody? How's everybody doing? What's going on? All right.
Warm it up a little more.
Yeah.
Don't warm you up.
All right. So today I wanted to bring on a youngster. A youngster who's still in the game, still hitting it. 40 years old, Big Drew, monster of a human, man. You want to see a large person. I mean, I know that I'm around a lot of these guys that are just monsters as is, but he's one of these kind of guys, you know. I'm not sure if he's 6'3", 6'4". Looks like he's 6'5", 300 pounds, but we'll find out exactly what it is. He's going to jump on with us, and then we're going to kind of go over his approach to his lifting as a youngster, and now that he hit 40 years old. And let me hit this. Let me go a little live action here. Yeah, but Serge, get up like some kids and those guys on TikTok, showing the kids that will post it. We can always do a cover. So, what are your thoughts on Menors Hit Workout? Wow, hit that, because he said hit workout.
Mm-hmm.
That's so odd. Because I'm assuming he means hit like you know, very fast, getting through the workout. Which that's completely not what he did. He took as much time between sets and between warm-ups to get the most optimal set. So just so you know, you don't need to put hit workout, because there's no such thing as Mike Mentzer's hit workout. What he did, yeah, he would, and this is what I actually not even just talked to him about, but what I saw him doing. Remember, he was there at Gold's while I was there, and so I got to watch him do it, talk to him about it. Yeah, so you know, the guys would warm up. I love it. I love his philosophy and what he did. It didn't work for me because I loved lifting too much to where it wouldn't have been enough time in the gym or during the week for me to do that. And Jeff, today, just kind of keep it going as we were talking about. And so, yeah, that's the one thing I loved the approach. But I just love training. I don't know about you guys. And then also there was stuff that I saw that was different than what was portrayed. So, you know, and that's the discussions you would have to have with him. And I don't want to say what I saw was so much different than what he talked about, but it was different to me from what I saw. But talk to people like, I think Aaron Baker would be one of the great ones to talk to about that, because Aaron not only did the style of training and trained with Mike Mentzer, but he also made it out the other side, still being healthy, without those crazy injuries that others had when they were training with him. So that would be a great thing for you guys to do, is talk to Aaron Baker. It'd be, plus just a great bodybuilder himself, Aaron Baker. Let me go live on the old Ticker Talker. And then you flip that the way you want this. We're good on the microphone. Who is the best bodybuilder in your opinion? Arnold Schwarzenegger was the best bodybuilder in my opinion. Someone that could win on stage and then also take that and use it in life. Here's a funny thing. Let me try to settle this down for you guys. Life isn't the one dimension. So it's like if this makes sense for you guys. You guys always say like, what is his name? Ronaldo or Messi is one of the things that you guys, right? All the world talks about those two. So those are both soccer players. Obviously, those are two great soccer players. But again, I'm going to go with the guy like Ronaldo that is not just a great soccer player, but his life outside of soccer is such a level that nobody gets to. And so that's the same thing with Arnold. Like, who's the greatest bodybuilder? Lee Haney was a great bodybuilder, and what he did outside of it was awesome. I think, but Arnold, he did so much more than anybody, any champion bodybuilder. For what I like in life, he did so much more. Besides jumping into politics and doing that, and then into the theaters and doing that. So it's, again, Arnold. I would rather the guy that does one thing really, really well, but then also can translate it to outside that one sport. That's for me. I am in the Hall of Fame for both. Right. No, you don't have to. Yeah. But you throw them up there. Let me take a look.
Couple people in here I'm already hitting.
Oh, no. Let me see it. Let me see the funness.
Annoying if you spam my chat, guys.
Oh, they're just spamming it.
Spam the chat. Come on.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, you're in the Hall of Fame.
Yep. Hall of Fame for bodybuilding was 2011. For martial arts was 2014.
Thanks for the shirt.
Absolute.
Mike, I just turned 50 last month. What supplements should I use to maintain the same muscle? And my 14-year-old son says hi.
First off, that's great, man, that your son knows and is possibly hitting the weights. You must be a proud father if he is. I know that would be great. Supplements, it goes back to the glutamine, the amino acids, like I do in my drink every day. Continuous to use those. And then just find out what else is retaining that muscle and keeping you full. I love creatine. And then the main thing is that food really comes to the food that fine tunes that engine that you have of a 50-year-old body. So really stay on to that and make sure that one thing that I see is that 50-year-olds run away from food. They eat less and less. I would make sure to try to keep that calorie in a good surplus so you're retaining muscle and staying strong. Yeah, great question though, champ. I appreciate you. O'clock our time. My bad. That was my. We'll jump back in. Yeah. Let me take a couple more questions as we're here.
Let's roll. Love you, Mike. Love the workouts.
Thank you.
You changed me with positivity and motivation.
Whoa. All right.
I know you've been training and eating perfectly for over 40 years, but if you could go back in time, what's one thing that you would do differently?
I think somebody just said it. I would have done less secondary work because we were just talking about like Mike Mentzer principles. I think there was a lot of great things in that statement, but I think I loved it too much that I should have pulled back a little bit, especially in my teens and 20s. As strong as I was and as big as I was, I would have been bigger and stronger. So yeah, that's the one thing I would have said to myself. And then also in my early teen years, when I was going through puberty, I wish I ate a little bit more precise for that age relative to just calories. Even though the calories were protein, carbs and stuff, I wish I would have been a little bit more precise like I am at this stage of the game, and really watch what I could have done with going through puberty as already uh, growing that 100 pounds during that year and a half. What could I have done even different? But that's, I mean, I'm okay with where it turned out as is. So, that's just fine tuning. Um, but I get to do at least some fun stuff with the kids that follow me now in the Titans around the world, those young high school kids and junior high school kids that are wanting to train and get big and get strong. So what's cool is being able to watch those guys and guide them and give them the knowledge, especially at that age, that they can really use it and then create these superhuman physiques by their teenage years.
Trying to do the Titan crew.
Yeah.
You have all that experience that you've collected not only from yourself, but that you've learned from other people, and you've kind of created this awesome group where you assemble all of that information in one spot, which is sweet. And we were talking about that the other day. If Arnold invited you to his house to train, would you be there? Or are you gonna say, "Oh, you know what? Actually, I think I gotta finish up some things here first"? Nah.
Yeah, that one's yeah. I mean, I know not everybody loves fitness to that level, but man, for those that want to, it's like I had the opportunity, and I told my dad, I had the opportunity to go meet Bill Pearl as a prepubescent kid, and Bill Pearl told the promoters in Washington State, "Yeah, let the kid come down here. He can train with me at the barn." And so my dad drove me down to Oregon to train with him, and I was 13 years old. But that's the desire I wanted. And then, I met everybody from Bob Paris to Barry DeMay to Lee Haney to all these guys because they came to do guest appearances. Now, the comprehension of today's world and social media is that these kids can go out and join the Arnold Schwarzenegger fan crew and listen to his point of view on lifting, or Tom Plaz, or these guys that are still around that have such incredible knowledge. Like I said earlier, Aaron Baker, Tony Pearson. So it's if you want to really understand health and fitness, go watch some of these guys, go listen to these guys, take the action to be in there and really listen to them for a long period of time. Really, really discover what works.
Mike, I'll find out more about Aaron Baker.
Oh, that's what HIT. Yeah. Thank you for that. It wasn't HIT cardio, like mentality, high intense training. And he was intense. Absolutely. And he was a bright cat, and I was lucky to be a kid around him and others like that.
In my mid-50s, been training harder lately. If you could pick one supplement to aid in a more speedy recovery, which one would it be?
Glutamine.
It's a good one.
Yeah, but it's creatine, branched chains, EAAs, steak, sleep. Yeah, I'm not picking one. Nobody has to pick one. And yeah.
Any new challenges you're taking on?
Yes, quite a bit. And we'll be talking about that here in the future, but we got a couple great things coming out here in the next couple of weeks, like Divinity, the movie that will be launching on October 13th.
So what do you think about C-Bum's physique?
Oh, C-Bum's great, man. I think he's the leader in the health and fitness world for youngsters and motivation and seeing what's possible. I think he's a great one to follow, and he's got it seems to me he's got a great personality and humble.
James, take a little break. James, are you even on the blitz though?
What's he saying?
Are you on it? He's
just finishing up the blitz.
On the hip flexors.
I got you. Change up those squats, remember. Feel free to change up that technique. Good job, James. James always putting in the work, though. Much better than Jeremy and Bobo.
What do you think of the JM press for triceps?
I don't know it.
That's the one.
More of a collapse elbow forward. Yeah. I think anything moving and straining the elbow is a good thing.
Cold showers after workouts. Serge loves a cold shower.
Absolutely not. Also, just go back to that one for a second because nobody says to do cold showers after workouts. Nobody. Yeah, nobody says that. Go listen to the guys that talk about cold plunges and stuff. They want the inflammation after the workout. That's signaling to the body to start the recovery. They don't want to bypass that. So, but this is one of those interesting things that somebody hears something. Hey, I hear fasting is good, and so now everybody just jumps on and says, yeah, just don't eat. This is the same kind of thing. Yeah, cold showers after the workout absolutely will demolish your gains and what you're trying to get the body to do. Just a side note there. But if you want to go fasting, go on over to Steve Orozco. He talks about fasting a lot.
I have a job which involves a lot of walking and heavy loads. How can I increase my weight and build mass?
Add calories.
Eat.
Yeah. You already know your maintenance, right? You already did that. You know that your job is that way. And so you set yourself up realizing where is your maintenance calorie intake and then just raise it.
You know what your job is doing.
Yeah.
So that's just part of life. That's normal.
It's as simple as that.
It's your normal. You just hit that meal plan.
Yeah. I like this one.
Thoughts on dirty bulking?
You'd have to tell me what a dirty bulk is.
You're eating out all the time. Just pretty much you're only focusing on the calories, not the source of the food.
Mike doesn't know what
Really?
Yeah, come on, man.
So my research crew over here, head up by Dr. Serge, is saying that a dirty bulk is someone that's eating a calorie surplus, but it's more calorie based relative to the right macros that for your body.
Like,
So could you do like if this guy's saying this thing called dirty bulking? So would that be like, could you have pizza and pasta, chocolate milk?
If I have 1,000 calories left, I'm gonna eat a whole box of Reese's cereal.
The Heath Evans peanut butter donuts, and that'd be good.
The milkshake. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Oreo milkshake you made.
Okay. All right.
That's a dirty bulk right
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not really familiar with this thing. This again, dirty bulking. Sounds like fun. I'd say that, but also just sounds like it doesn't make sense to me just because you want nutrients. And we can go back to the point of I get the understanding of wanting to eat something that tastes great. But again, food is basically just nutrients for your body. So if this is something that you really like, you're just basically eating nutrients to feed the body the correct way. And a bulking phase would be taking place with those kind of calories, that kind of food, just with more of it. But thank you. I appreciate that. I'm getting in touch with the youth of today by learning these new things. I just heard the other day there's a thing called bro science. BRO?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Is it not BROOO?
No.
Like bro. What's up, bro?
No, that's a surfer.
That's a surfer.
Yeah,
Okay. Gay.
Bros.
All right. So I'm just learning all this stuff, guys. But feel free to teach me about bro science, dirty bulking. I'd love to learn.
Same question. I'm eating clean, but why am I not getting muscular?
Yeah, you just
Protein above 150.
You're eating clean. Well, I mean, you're in a surplus, so you're already finding out where you're gaining your muscle, right? So you took in your average. Maybe that average that you're at right now isn't your surplus. maybe you're burning that off. So you really do. This isn't like one of those things where you calculate in. It's a good starting point. Calculate in your body weight, take in your protein, body weight, some healthy fats, and then add in your carbohydrates to finish out your calorie intake, and then work from there. You got a great starting point at that point, and now you just kind of find out where you need to move it up to where you start putting on strength, which is muscle, right? If you get stronger, you're building muscle, and then you're putting on weight. So that's the best way to do it.
How do you feel about training with heavy weights using cheating?
I've never heard that before. I'm sorry. By cheating, yeah, you're saying bad form. I've never heard that. So, not for me, not for anybody I've ever met in my 40-year career. I've never heard somebody saying when you lift, just use heavy weight and then cheat it up. I've never heard that. Is that? I'm somewhat new to this terminology. Is this a new thing, Serge? Research?
I don't think so.
Nobody says that,
I
right?
don't think it's new. No.
Jeff, anybody ever say that?
Too many people can opinionate online, so they call it back.
Yeah, sorry, sir. I've never heard that. Using cheating low reps. And it's a combination of, I mean, if you're using heavy weights, right, you're probably a little bit more low reps than high reps. But I don't understand the cheating. If you guys have ever heard this, let me know. Next, sir.
When you say less secondary work, does that mean doing less accessories and putting more effort into the compound lifts?
No, it just means exactly what I said, less secondary work.
Yeah, you don't substitute.
Because what you just said is you're saying do the same amount of work, just stay more focused on the compound. And that's not what I'm saying.
Or what you're saying is when you're doing both, do you sandbag on the compounds to leave room for the accessories? No.
Yeah, absolutely not. Just less secondaries. You're hitting, and this goes back to just the point. You're hitting a lot of things when you do the compound movement, right? So secondary is just that, just finishing out, just a couple hits here and there, doing leg curls, leg extensions, after your squats and getting out of the gym.
It's bad to do cardio every day. I'm relatively skinny, but I don't want to be skinnier.
So the question was, is it bad to do cardio every day? I'm skinny and I don't want to get skinnier.
What?
My brain hurts now just hearing that.
Damn.
So I gave you that one.
That's well played, sir. Well played. That was great. All right, guys, we're going to finish it here. We'll talk to you guys in about 35 when we get Drew on here. We'll talk to you guys in a bit.